Glenn Powell's doing another movie with airplanes in it again. I was thinking the same thing you were. Devotion was directed by J.D. Dillon. It stars Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell. This movie tells the story of an African-American pilot trying to make it through his battles in the Air Force during World War II. Along the way, fighting through discrimination and adversity, he makes friends with a pilot friend of his, played by Glenn Powell, and along the way, their enduring friendship will carry them all the way through trials and tribulations during the war. I have serious reservations going to this movie just because of the fact I felt like Glenn Powell doing another movie about airplanes soon after Top Gun Maverick had me feeling like they were trying to do a Top Gun Maverick ripoff. I thought they were trying to fly off of the success of that movie. They were trying to carry that over. However, I was pleasantly surprised. That's not what this movie is at all. This movie is a very heartwarming tale of serious, strong emotions with a great story, brilliant writing, and an emotional story. And that was not what I expected from this film. Even the early poster didn't look that good. It looked like something that was made on PowerPoint. The movie just wasn't giving me vibes of being high quality. I saw the trailer and then had better thoughts, but still wasn't sold on it. I was so wrong. This movie is absolutely fantastic. It has a wonderful large scope, and it manages to balance that with the characters in the story so that they remain relevant with a narrative for themselves, which keeps you interested. Because these two's banter and their relationship is the main focus of the film, and that's what's going to carry you. This is like a much better version of most films we get now. It's a better version of like when they tried to make Midway. This is how to make a film like that. It feels akin to older films that we would see that came out in the 50s and 40s and 60s with buddy pilot films, only this is upgraded for the modern day with a much stronger message in it. And I found it highly connectable. Like, I watched the movie and felt invested in what was taking place on screen and really cared. It feels very real, and the events that take place in it are just absolutely kind of sad because you understand everything that's taking place with the war and now what's going on just on this base itself. I will say, if I have an issue with this movie, the visual effects are not very good. When they're flying, a lot of the time, it's fake, it's artificial, and you can tell, especially compared to the actual real shots, they stand out like a sore thumb. There also, I feel like, are some stereotypical things that happen in a movie that would be akin to this. Like things that just we expect to happen, and they happen. They do have a few subplots in here that I found should have been fleshed out a little more. But aside from that, the movie really does a great job at having a story that is extremely interesting. And it goes from low beat, very emotional monologues to high octane action, which keeps you always awake. Even if you're not into a big talky movie, there's a little bit of stuff going on that you can stay focused. So I find it to be a very great balance of multiple genres of drama and war and action. It's very well made, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people because of that. It managed to hit enough beats and do it well, so that's probably going to perpetuate its success, and I am so shocked at how well it does that. I'm going to recommend you go see this movie because I think it's a rare taste that we don't get as often as we should, and it's something that's probably going to fly for a little bit, pardon the pun, and then it'll kind of fly under the radar, and pardon the pun again. So yeah, go see Devotion. I'm going to give Devotion a 7 out of 10. So thank you guys always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see y'all next time.